Hello again, folks. Eric here. I know what you're thinking. This looks exactly like the apple I painted with the paintbrush. However, it is not. It is an actual photograph. So thank you for that. But in this demo, again, I'm going to try to get through quickly because I like to practice when I use the mixer brush, really get into it, and I might zone out and stop talking. So I'm going to focus real hard to make sure I keep on talking here. I think with the mixer brush, everyone's going to have a different brush choice. Every brush choice is going to be different for every piece of art you want to create. So I think when we're doing a skills practice, you don't need to spend tons of time on it, but you should really practice more and more, as you should with any Photoshop skill, really, and find out what you like the best. So once you get your image up, and I always duplicate my background out of habit and created the new transparent background, I'm going to go ahead and go into my mixer brush. I'm going to choose one of the ones I don't know what it's called. I don't use the generic painter's brushes, I guess. I'm going to go and make my size and give it a little turn so I can contour the apple a little bit better. See how it goes. And we're going to go in and make sure orange isn't selected. That's what I have in my foreground. So I'm going to go up here and clean my brush. Still also sampling from all layers or picking up wet paint from all layers, whatever your options bar says should work best for you. And I'm going to go wet just for the sake of our demonstration and leave everything where it lands. See how that goes. And I'm going to start off again on my transparent layer, grabbing wet paint from all layers, and with a clean brush, and go ahead and just click and drag, and that gives me orange. There we go. That's better. Clean brush, wet mix. That's a little better. So we're just going to go in and kind of click. I like to click from one area, not from the bottom, because if you keep going and going, depending on where your mix is, not really painting, you're just smushing paint around. So I'm just going to go back because that one color outside the line was bothering me a little bit. So again, this is going to be something you should practice. You're not going to go in here, choose the paintbrush, and just be done with it. When you have a project or something related to that, you're going to want to come in, you're going to want to figure out what works best and what you're actually doing. That is making what you like show up. So even if I want to come in and hold down Alt or Option if you're on a Mac to choose some of the colors here, I'm going to go back to that layer. So now I'm on the actual layer. I'm just going to go in and drag up here. Zoom back out, see how that looks for us. So, it's starting to look a little bit like a painting, right? Go in, clean my brush again. I'm going to start off on the green side. I'm going to stick with, I would like to stick with the same brush, but let's go in and choose something that's not as textured. Let's go here. Let's maybe change our spacing a little bit. Again, all stuff that you should be trying, practicing. Make it a little bigger on the screen. Go back in again. I don't know if I did it again, but I'm going to clean it. Let's see if it works. Am I still on green? Not really working, is it, for us? So almost if I come back here, this is what I like to do on that actual layer. I choose target. Keep choosing targets. Same idea. You came in and painted. Now mixing this texture together kind of looks cool, but it looks a little bright for me. Let's choose a target from the bottom. Let's paint it up. Not really looking like an apple. So I think you should come in, choose the brushes you like the best. Similar to the one I started with, I think it gives a cool paintbrush feel, which is what we're going for. So come in, make that brush a little larger again. Let's clean off, see if we can work on the other layer. So I guess where I click, it likes grabbing that highlight a lot. So here are those paint strokes I'm talking about. So I just wanted to mix it up. So I'm going to come in and go sideways. I'm going to kind of add the contours in a different way. So again, follow like what you think looks best. Now for this example, what I wanted to show you was choosing, let's go extreme, see how that goes. Choosing a different color, maybe, let's keep it a little wet there. Let's see how that works for you. And there you have it. So it gets zoned out. So two different options, right? You can do what you're used to with just drawing with the paintbrush, kind of picking a green option. Might work better on a sky or a background or something in nature, maybe not another apple. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I just wanted to kind of go through a couple different options, couple different brushes, and show you the difference on the same exact page. I think that should be helpful for everyone. But let's go back in and let's clean our brush again. Let's choose another one again. All stuff you should have already done was go through a whole bunch of different brush options, see what works best for you, see what you like, see what does what you want it to do. Let's go in and try this little guy. Let's try to add him to the table now. Again, let's clean it up. I don't want to play with excuse me, we don't want to play with the bright green. No, we don't want to do that. So got a little bit of paint going on there. I know it's hard to see, but I just want to go through that and show you what we're doing. So another way, if you don't want like the crazy enhanced strokes that you see here on the red apple, or if you don't want to add actual paint to the green apple, which I know looks terrible, but I just want everyone to see it. I'm not the best at doing that part. Just want everyone to see the other examples so you can try it, or choosing a different brush and going with a dry heavy load to see what it does for you. There's our paintbrush load here, mixing from there. So all the different options you can add. Let's use that same brush, a very wet and heavy load, and see what it does there. Not 100% sure what's going to happen, but let's try that. Yeah, so now the bokeh that is in the background layer there, it's kind of just fading away, turning into whatever texture is on our brush. So it kind of looks like a cool little canvas. I just went over this guy. I forgot he was on our top layer. But I do like the texture of this. It's a nice little tapping brush for the canvas, it looks like. So I think it worked out pretty cool. See if you start getting in here. Gonna run over this guy again too. This is everything you should be learning what does what. So I just want to run in and show you, here's where we are. Here's my layer. This is the only thing on that layer, but it's still grabbing stuff from the layer above because we have either all layers sampled, whatever it says, or picking up wet paint from all layers. So same thing, if you were to make a selection, you should be grabbing paint from other layers too if you click all of these, otherwise you're just painting on a duplicate background. So let's turn that off. Don't really like the way it turned out, but I think at 10 minutes that should be a good demonstration to show you what to do, and maybe, depending on what you like, what not to do. Hope that helps. Good luck.